What is going on, all-terrain nation? Whether it be two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, or these kick-ass Broncos, I know each one of you will be driving. This is your all-terrain nation, and I'm your host, David Boyd, alongside my beautiful co-host, Kelly Boyd. What is going on, Kelly?
Howdy, y'all.
Hopefully you
Wrapping up
guys,
the holiday.
I know, hopefully you guys have had a good holiday weekend, enjoying your Broncos, and I seen Bronco Dude is like seconds away from
I know.
from getting his into production, but I was a little iffy tonight about doing the show, but I see, 30, 40 of our friends already joining in here. And you guys know the drill. If you would smash that like button for me, at minimum, that's all I ask. You know, you want to, offer a hug or something down the road, I'm sure we'll take you up on that as well. But at minimum, smash the like button. But Kelly, we haven't got to do much Bronco stuff this weekend.
None.
We've been cleaning the house today, man.
We've been doing studio stuff.
It is. We did this stuff back here, which took a little bit. I don't know if anybody just noticed here in the chat or not, but we've been doing all kinds of stuff. I keep pushing. I'm trying to get the studio moved over there so we have more room and a whole new look to it. But until Mama Bear gets her own office again, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But anyways. What is going on? I do hope that everybody, this is kind of the end of summer holiday.
Yeah.
I hope that people are getting those last minute lake trips or wherever you're heading to out there. Still here in Middle Tennessee, we still have plenty of good weather. So it's not like I'm not like, oh man, next week it's Snowmageddon over here. But some people do live in that. You're from Michigan, so you understand what getting cold weather comes in, right?
Yeah, it's it comes in like a wrecking ball, as old Miley Cyrus would say. It just kind of blows in.
Miley Cyrus talks like this now, so
yeah, well, I don't need to talk like that. It's okay. It's all good.
What's
No,
up?
yeah, once it comes in, it's in trouble.
Laser Beam Barbecue says 10,000 miles and I have an oil leak now.
Oh,
it could be
no.
a differential leak.
Yes.
Which seems to be kind of a common thing where the rear
pinion seal.
The front pinion seal starts to leak. But get it to your Ford dealership and have them check it out. But first off, you guys know, and I've been promising this, and this is a very, very horrible rendition, but I got tired of promising and never delivering. So without further ado.
So that's what we get.
Hey, I sat here for like 5 minutes. You cut me some slack, but it's Kelly's introduction time.
It is Kelly's introduction time.
So do it, Kelly. Why open up this bottle of Flo sent this to me, Heaven's Door, and I just smelt it a minute ago. Oh, it smells so good, Flo. Thank you, sir, for that.
And keep it over on your side.
And you did not have to do that, but I greatly appreciate that you've done that.
You can keep that over to your side, sir.
We'll get a nice little generous pour there, and we'll go from there. So go ahead, Kelly.
So let's see. Bronco Dude is in the house and said 100 minutes is so many minutes. My Everglades is supposed to be built just under a week, but no window sticker yet. I'm dying inside.
Oh, I know that.
So what I would like to say to that is, have you checked for your window sticker on the backdoor link, or are you just waiting for the email that says here's your window sticker? Because our buddies over at Diabolical kept saying, I didn't get my window sticker. I said, give me your VIN.
Yep.
Let's check it. And we were able to find it and the blend date and then everything else. So have you checked the back doorway with your VIN number? We will I'll once we do introductions, I'll find it and I'll put it in the chat. So that way you all can check it if you have not already. So, we didn't wait.
No,
for our email to check for our VIN number. So Nurse AJ in the house. Robin O'Malley says, my Bronco is finally being built on Wednesday. I'm so excited. I need a drink. Never thought this day would come.
Hey,
congratulations.
Cheers, man. I can't show I can show it. It says Nissan Titan.
Congratulations.
Nissan gives you these things on press tours.
Mine just says buzzed.
Flo, you did a good job, buddy. Who else is in chat, Kelly?
Mobile Moto is in the house. Soggy's in the house. Jeffrey Babb, overlanding for fun. Let's see. Wow. Brent Berryman says, good evening, all. Hope you all are well. Within days of joining the holy cow, I actually have a Bronco now family.
Nice, man. That's awesome to hear.
Jonathan Falls in the house. Mark Young, Bronco 78, Frank B, Nikki Brewer, Valley Dude 5000, Ryan Woolman, G. Willikers, Laser Beam Barbecue, which you mentioned earlier,
Mhm.
Michael Cooper, 502 Bourbon Crew in the house, Brett Berryman, Ali Dubois, and I saw Mark King sneak in there a little bit, and Tim Corney, and let's see, did I miss anybody else?
I don't know.
Driven Wild Outdoors joining us this evening, Michael Maresca, my bad. I knew it as soon as I
And
said it.
this is why she does these, because you think Kelly messed that up. I would have really messed that up.
Michael
So.
Cooper in the house.
Minhall Productions one is in the house. Hello, back to you. So tonight I kind of wanted to get in, and Kelly, if you have seen any more pop in there, we'll get into it. But tonight I kind of wanted to, this was kind of going to be a chill show because I didn't know how many being the holidays would show in on for this, and Lord knows we had nothing else to do. I've been recovering from 3 weeks on the road, something like that.
Yeah.
And just worn out, man. So this has been a great weekend for us to do literally nothing. I think I drove the Bronco once this weekend, but I wanted to get into tonight. I wanted to talk about some aftermarket parts and stuff that maybe you, the viewer out there, who can recommend some stuff to us, and stuff that you may have already bought or something that's on your eye that is, has some interest to you. And we've got a poll up there because I'm curious, because I've been reading some of the Facebook groups, and congratulations, man.
Woo!
Nice. That's like 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away, 2.5, something like that. That's awesome.
Well,
But
it's not even. It's today. Yeah, 2 weeks from today.
So, but I was curious what you guys have used or are interested about. And of course, we have a few of our favorite brands out there, and I'm going to bring them up. We'll talk about it a little bit, but by no means, there's nothing sponsored about what we talk about tonight. The brands that you see, if I use them, I'll tell you why I use them. And hopefully you guys, what you see in there will do the same for us. But first off, I want to say, man, I'm seeing more and more Broncos, Kelly, just being built, man. And Ford is cranking them out. I forget the number last month was they built 10,000.
Wow.
They sold, or wait, was it? No, they sold 10,000. They built 13,000.
Nice.
So that means they're cranking them out. And two-door guy, please, John Whittingham out there, please be patient, bro.
Yes.
They're coming, man. I've got a buddy in Kentucky who's just been, he's like us. He was early on, and he just wanted a simple Badlands, not a Sasquatch, just a two-door Badlands.
And I see him all over the forums going, how'd you get your two-door?
Yes. John is definitely up there. What's up, Joel? But guys, they're doing it, man. I'm telling you, I know. I feel like we're starting to get more and more chip stuff rolling. They're never going to do the big press release and go, ta-da, we've solved the problem, because it's still years from solving that problem. But
for sure,
I do feel like they're cranking them out. Now, when we were in Michigan, I did notice that there was Lightnings parked in certain lots everywhere.
Yes.
So Lightning guy definitely is like on hold right now. They're waiting on some chips, and I'm sure there's some Broncos that way too.
There were full lots of them too.
But at what are we at now? 2 full years of actually them getting out the door.
No.
Yeah, because 2001.
So just a year. Just a year. It's 2022.
Okay, I'm sorry. My math is
2 years from order.
Yes, 2 years from order. A full year of
reservation.
Getting them out the doors. They're getting there, guys. And I could go on my thoughts of MAP. I think that's probably the wrong plant to build them. Nothing against the people building them at MAP. I just think that they need a dedicated Bronco plant is what it's getting to. And of course, we got a new Ranger coming that's going to pull some resources, but I don't think it's going to interfere with how many they're cranking out now. But let's see. Flo got his build date.
Yay!
Nice, man.
Congratulations.
Yeah. What's up, Xterra Force?
And we've also got Dirk Connor in the house, and I saw another one that I wanted to say hello to. Iconic Bronco.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Mark King said the studio looked good, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, if you haven't noticed, we redone all this, and might add some a little more flair down the road to this. But what was funny was we happened to, Facebook does memories, and a year ago today we were putting the blue up. So this weekend,
I was on the floor putting the blue up.
Yes, because Kelly, like, to get a lot. I mean, this is like a wallpaper kind of stuff. I don't have the patience to get it started. Once we get going, I'm good, but not the patience. But Mama Bear got it.
Well, and I line up the lines.
Yes.
Well,
yes, it would have looked like a choppy something if I'd done it. But anyways, what's up, Pittsburgh Jim?
Hello.
Oh man, I have yet to install my Diabolical. What is the holdup, bro?
So dedicate a little bit of time the first time, because I will be honest, we had to take it out for one install that we did on something. Remember, and it was actually super easy to take out.
The Tuffy cabinet.
Yeah, the Tuffy cabinet, the Bronco drawer that we tested out, and it was actually super easy to get out once we knew how it went together. It just takes a little bit of time to kind of. Now let me tell you, the instructions are great.
Yes,
they are
very,
really
very
good.
nice, and he's got online instructions
Yes.
for on YouTube as well. What's up, Revy? Yes, but the Diabolical, you're playing about 4 hours.
Yeah,
and it's just because there's lots of little parts that it all pieces together. And it's
what's
nice.
great is that all of the bolts are all the same size, so it's super easy to do.
Yes. And we talked to Alan this weekend. He
Yeah.
went over ours. He was like, "Hey, you guys actually put it together right." So that was kind of nice. Guys, 62 in here, only 45 likes. If you guys would smash that, I'll completely leave you alone about it. But
sure you will.
So once again, I want to get into some aftermarket stuff. And guys, load up. Kelly's going to highlight it where we can get to your comments, and we'll talk about your comments of what aftermarket do you like in your Bronco? Have you used? Are you just waiting to get your Bronco there? I know, Kelly, when people ordered their Broncos, they were ordering parts before they even got their Bronco. I know Honest
had a garage full of stuff.
Honest had like new tires, like everything just waiting. And is that you? And if so, you are kick-ass because I just couldn't do that. I couldn't bring myself to do that. But we've been slowly collecting parts, and I think tires are probably next on our list, and we'll get into that. But first off,
hold on before you do, check this.
Mad Max, hey guys, been a while. Got my 21 April 29th. Oh, got my sorry. And installed all the stuff I had in the garage. Been road tripping and going to the beach all summer.
That's awesome.
Nice, man.
What I wanted to point out was got my 21.
Oh, in
April 29th.
Remember, I did a video.
We talked about that. At least you've got it now.
Yes, I feel like there's people that I still feel like they have a few.
I think there's a few 21s sitting out there. If I was a betting woman, I would say the same.
I totally agree with you. But so first off, Kelly, can I get into this?
You can go now.
I can. Thank you, ma'am. If I can find my mouse, I will share the screen. First off, you guys know I've had this band on the show many times, and it's Lifestyle Offroad. Now, you might recognize this Bronco. I can't remember the name of this company right now, but they've built a few of them, and they didn't want a winch, so Lifestyle figured out a way to hide the winch plate, and they did a really nice job with that. Now, believe it or not, that is powder coating. It's not real chrome. And it's been a pain in the butt, my understanding, for them to deal with. But I went with Lifestyle Offroad for the front bumper of ours, and they will be on the rear of ours sometime this winter as well. Because for one, that we're friends with Luke and Nestor, who designed the bumper. But if I thought they did a garbage product, I wouldn't have it on my Bronco. I'd be like, hey, Luke, good job, and hey, I'm going over here to get this. But I really like it. It's done by off-roaders. So if you look through here, the way all the cutouts, all the exposed tire, that's so when you're rock crawling, tire tread meets rock, helps you get up it. The more tire you have, the better. The way they do their skid plates on this is all bolted in together. So you don't have just strength here. You have strength all through the frame, and they've not purposely done crash testing, but they've had some head, and I want to say it was a head-on collision that Luke was involved in with his. And it took a beating and kept on ticking. But as you can see, here's a powder-coated black version with the winch, all the little cool lights and stuff that they do there. And I want to say that, I've been very, very happy with Luke's product. Once again, you guys know, even if they're our friends, if I don't like a product or if I have problems with it, I'll let you know. And I think really the only problem we had with it is we got one of their early productions, and they were figuring out some powder coating things, and we had just a couple little nicks in the powder coating from road debris hitting it. But I know they've solved that problem because I made them aware of it, and they were like, yeah, we've not happy with who's doing our powder coating. And so now they have a new person doing all that. And I know Mark King in the house has one of their bumpers, but I like their product a lot. And if you guys haven't checked it out, they're at lifestyleoffroad.com. Go check their bumpers out, man. I really can't say enough about it. They're small.
Yes.
And that's the biggest thing for me is, and generally we like dealing with like white knuckle off-road for rock sliders, stuff like that. we like dealing with smaller companies, and we're going to talk about some of the big boys tonight. But I like helping companies maybe grow.
Yeah.
And if it in my one bumper purchase from them help them grow in some way, I'm kind of happy about it. But I know you like it, right, Kelly?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the small business support because if you think about it, that person actually knows that you placed an order. Some of these bigger companies are just like, oh, there's another number. Oh, there's another number. But you're actually helping, like, for example, for our buddies Nestor and Luke, they both have families. So like they are supporting their families with this. So something to definitely think about when you're looking at companies, and they are made specifically for you.
Yes. Revy, let's bring out Revy's talking about. She likes the IAG Easy Steps, the individual they easy clamp on to the OEM. I think
yeah,
OEM OEM rock sliders. Yes, we saw those at Supercell East, and we did a little story on those along with their beautiful cup holders that Kelly can't get enough of. But no, those are great, and that was definitely a company I wanted to talk about. But first, Revy, I want to talk about four-wheel parts, and I will say this: I'm not normally a four-wheel parts person. I generally, I'm not into a lot of the Chinese-made stuff. Now they do have companies in America who they generally buy these little companies out and kind of take them over, but I have to say they were one of the first to get their hands on a Bronco and kit them out. And I told Luke when he was showing me his early designs on their bumper, I said, dude, I'm not a two bumper guy, and I would be in a heartbeat. I do like their bumper. The only thing that I didn't like about their bumper was how you had to buy a winch plate separate. Now, in theory, that sounds cool. You're like, oh, I can piece, as I can afford more bumper, I can piece it together. But I don't know. For me, I want to buy it as one piece. I don't want to feel like I'm bolting another winch plate on top of something. It's just, for me, reasons to fail. We've been where we've had to have winches. I don't know. I'm sure they'll never fail, but just that's how my brain works, is just like, oh no, it's gonna, not work right. But they have a wide variety. I do like their rear bumper a lot. I wish they did a version without lights, because we're not big on having the rear lights on our vehicle, and generally not really much on the front. I do have a pair of aux lights we're going to put on, but I've not been in a hurry for it. But if you guys have used four-wheel parts, let me know what you think of their products. They do have some lift. I want to say it's not up here right now, but I want to say they have like a 2.5-inch lift. There it is. 2.5-inch lift, which is a coil lift, which is great. You can get your upper control arm, so everything's the way it would be from the factory. And I can't say enough. I like dealing with kind of local companies, but we have used those. I have one of their winches. We have their H2O winch in our product, in our Bronco, our product. But what else are they talking about in there, Kelly?
Well, you can pull some stuff up in the. You're doing something else.
We'll talk about Revy's company, which we had a little bit of. We talked to IAG a little bit. We did at Supercell East. Now, for reasons that I don't want to get into. I'm not keen on everything they do over there, but they have. Let's see. There it is. I was gonna say I knew they had an off-road page, but here are the steps that Revy's talking about. Plus, they do full kind of rock slider steps. I don't know that I would trust these, Kelly. I don't know if I would trust those for a full impact. And at $800, you can almost get a real set of rock sliders for your vehicle. But I know for people that just want steps, they aren't really going to use these things for rock crawler stuff,
right?
Like
if they're daily drivers,
they're probably we've not really talked much about these.
I like the theory on it, but for our usage, like you've talked about, like we wheel our vehicles, so we're used to the sturdiness of like the white knuckle, rock sliders, or the solid, mounted rock sliders versus the quick. I think this is a good idea for those that need it for their kids or need it for their daily driving, but I think for us it wouldn't make sense.
And I'm sure they do keep down rock chips coming off of the wheels a little bit and stuff. And as you can see, like I'm not crapping on what they do, because there is a need for this. For sure. We've seen a lot of people, and I'm not big on the old cheap aluminum Nerf bars by any means. Like I think these are 100 times better than those. But I just think for normal off-road use, for the way we've done it, because we've used rock sliders, I've had you pivot on them against rocks. We've beat the snot out of our white knuckle rock sliders.
We actually
in the
have one
past.
save us from a major dent and only
Yes.
got a little one.
Yes, but once again, there's something for everybody there, and but they do more than that. And as an here's their steps, which I thought about buying these at one time if they just were a little.
They're just a little expensive.
Yeah, they're just for us, for knowing we're going to replace them.
Yeah.
But IAG, if you want us to test some, we'll gladly do that for you, and we'll give them away after we're done. But no, these very nice. There was another company that came out with these kind of steps that were like $500 a pair. Like, it was ridiculous. Now, they were milled aluminum. They were very, very strong, but not for me. IAG though, they've done quite a bit of different kind of stuff where they have lights. Of course, they sell other people's, looks like, product as well, but they had some the struts for the soft top. That was really cool. We like that a lot. We just never we're gonna install it. Well, we're gonna replace the top, so why install that now? But they got all kinds of cool stuff on there. If you guys have used IAG, let me know in the comments, Kelly. What else we got going on there?
Oscar Ibarra says, "Hi guys, first time listening to the show while driving the Bronco."
Awesome. Congratulations, by the way.
I'm actually looking through the. It's hard to tell if they're conversing with one another or trying to tell us.
I know.
Because they always love to talk. And that's great. Yes. Andy Ackerman, thank you so much for that super chat, sir. And he says, by we, you mean you wheel and Dave watches.
Somebody taught her how to wheel, sir.
True story.
But as far as what we do now for videoing and stuff, like, I just like to video the stuff. I mean,
he's a much better videographer than I am. Trust me. You get much better footage by him taking all the pictures and video. But I like wheeling anyway, so it works out.
Well, I have fun with it too. By no means.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, so it's better that I just do that.
Right. I'm trying to find ARB guys. I mean, obviously I found them, but I'm trying to find their Bronco stuff.
Welcome in, Stephen Rapp.
There it is. ARB Bronco.
Da Vinci says, I have the IAG full length for the kids and wife.
Nice. And I wouldn't be opposed to those.
How do you like it? Do you like it?
I wouldn't be opposed to those at all. I just like knowing, like, if white knuckle ever I think they have something
finalizes
now. Yeah, I just hadn't seen any product testing with it just yet, but they generally are a go-to company because we just like dealing with those guys.
Good people.
They're in Southern California. Once again, it's a smaller company, but all they do is rock sliders.
Yes,
that's it. They don't want to do bumpers. They don't want to they just want to do the best rock sliders possible. So anyways, what else we got going on in there,
Airplane
Kelly?
Mike says, just put in a winch mount from RC on my Bronco.
From who?
RC. It's on the screen.
Oh, Rough Country. I'm sorry. Nice. Well, here is ARB. Now, ARB, we saw at SEMA last year. They had a nice booth, and they had some of the worst people at their booth I've ever dealt with. Now, I think it was ARB South America that we can get out of our way. I won't say the American version of ARB was the problem, but the South American people, I don't know if it was a language barrier. We were trying to film some stuff on this particular bumper that they're showing right there.
Oh, yeah.
And they just would not get out of the way. And like literally would just walk in our way. And I was like, well, okay. But normally ARB, especially for overlanding, they are probably one of the top shelf companies out there for refrigerators. They do a bunch of cool stuff like that. Their awnings, their stuff is built, generally it's built in Australia.
Pretty much what you see in the picture.
Yes. But as far as this bumper, this one's not for me. It's interesting looking, but there's no place for a winch. And for me, us personally, I wouldn't want a bumper that I can't attach a winch to.
Are you sure there's not one?
Yeah, because they have a winch bumper, but they have the chin.
Oh, the underbite.
Yes,
that's right. They have the underbite.
Let's see. Front bumper.
That's what I lovingly call that underbite.
Yes. So here is their Zenith bumper.
Winch front bumper $16.95. Non-winch $16.95.
I was looking for their.
Oh, that is massive.
Yeah, but that's for a Jeep. They don't see it on their website right now, which is strange. You would think they would have that other bumper, but maybe they've just not been selling because it stuck.
So
It was a patio almost.
It was bad.
And it's not, the quality wasn't bad. I just felt like it was to get a winch in there, and we all know like to get a winch in one of these Broncos, because there's the turbos, you got the intercoolers out front. It's pushing everything out a little bit further than I would even like. Which is one of the reasons why that we went with Lifestyle too, is because they figured out how to get it as low as possible and tucked in as possible. But yeah, it's strange that they don't have their winch bumper up here. Let's see, non-winch bumpers. Huh? That's both of them. They're not showing that one now. I bet they've taken it off their site, and they're just going to go with this one for right now. But ARB for everything else, like I'm telling you, they're top notch. Those rock sliders look pretty freaking beefy. From what we've seen them that they were doing with at SEMA, looks like definitely a just pretty nice stuff. Sorry, I was distracted by shiny things. And I want, honestly, their big thing to me, let's see if I can find it real quick, is their air compressors for if you want
there you go.
There it is. If you want the best air compressor that's not going to break down on you, ARB is the one to go with. Now they think a lot of them, but I think a lot of that is due to the fact that they're built to use. Like some of these, you'll get like a handful of uses out of it, and you probably saved $100, and then you're going to spend another $100 on a new one, thinking, well, it was just a bummer, and it was just that one. And by the time you've spent, you could have had a nice ARB. But these dual compressors right here,
for the record, we do not have one.
No, not right now.
We've not taken that jump.
Well, so how I do aftermarket is there's a priority.
Yeah.
So bumpers with a winch is first priority for us. And that's front and rear. Because I've proven with the exhaust system that the plastic on the back of that bumper just will melt right off. Part of it was my fault, just didn't turn the tip just right. But
that's what she
two
said.
is that that's more of the way I have it running is more of an offer. But we're gonna get to them. But if you want the best, I'm telling you, this right here, the single is nice. It's going to take a little bit longer to pump your tires up, but
Bronco 78 says have that compressor. Mike Mack says love the double, use it all the time.
Yep.
Andy Ackerman says I got the ARB portable with the tank.
Yes, and you can do a 1 gallon tank on top of this, and you can run you could probably run air tools with the 2 dual compressors, but you run with a small air tank with that, and you can literally run air tools out on the trails, no problem. Yeah, you're not going to be out there all day just winding. You're going to have to let it build back up, but definitely you're going to be able to have some fun out there if need be.
Bronco 78 said I got the portable one, so I can use it on any vehicle.
So we got a super chat in, Kelly.
Super sticker.
I'm not doing this right. You'll have to pull it up.
Oh, slacker.
I know.
Slacker. Thank you, Joseph, for that super sticker. We appreciate that so much.
So much. You guys might as well get it out of the way. My sales pitch. The super chats and all that stuff, we greatly appreciate that. More than anything, the $5 membership, it does a lot. We get about $320 of that, I think, and YouTube takes the rest. But what that does is allow me and Kelly to travel. It just helps offset the cost of us traveling. And I know if we're going to in October, we're going to Dallas, Texas for an off-road press trip. I can't talk much about that right now, what we're going to get to do, but you're going to want to see watch the channel, and your membership helps fund that. Now the super chats, we greatly appreciate that as well. We are on Patreon, so Andy's my big Patreon guy over there. He loves Patreon versus this. And honestly, Patreon's they don't take as much from us. But we also, Kelly, let me I'm gonna pull it up because while I'm finishing the sales pitch, and guys, I only do this once. I'm not gonna beat you up about it. But if you guys go over to allterrainnation.com.
Wow. Did it just happen?
It did. It's our website. You can see there's the cool products we use, which there's also, by the way, anything we're talking about, there is a list of what we use right through here. And a lot of times there we have the install link with us, a walk around video or something like that we've done. And some of them are actually Amazon links. So I guess
Scroll down.
So some of this stuff is Amazon links, and we get a tiny pinch of that. It doesn't cost you any extra versus, but as you can see through there.
Yeah, so any of these Amazon links are affiliate links, which means we just get a small kickback if you click this before you go shopping on Amazon. And you don't, honestly,
Yes.
you don't even have to purchase that item. If you just shop through that
Yeah.
link, it gives us a little bit of kickback.
Yes, and we greatly appreciate it that way. But we have a gear shop, and we got Kelly's picks, and I think your deal ran out on these, right?
It did.
But
we'll do another one.
We got Christmas coming. We got a few of these shirts left. Not many of these two though. But we have that stuff, and then if you hit Gear Shop, this takes you over to Teespring, or what's called, I think, just Spring now. We have all kinds of fun stuff with that. So that was my sales pitch, and let's get back to our normal show.
There's going to be more designs coming because we do want to branch out. We just haven't gotten there yet. Yes. So just be on the lookout.
Sorry.
Keep an eye out.
But I want to wind down with the ARB stuff here real quick. I know a lot of people use it. There was somebody the other day I saw on Facebook, one of the groups are hiding this in behind the spare tire holder, which seems like a cool idea. There's a plate. They're making a plate where you just attach this to it.
Interesting.
But it's exposed to the weather a little bit. And
Yeah.
I know people who have done under the vehicles and no problems with theirs. But these things, guys, these get really, really hot. I mean, these pumps get really hot. They will burn you to the touch when they're running. And I just worry that it might
better get
melt.
enough room.
Yeah, it's not going to get proper cooling and stuff, but that's something to keep an eye out on. I definitely would like to know more.
Ooh, buddy, $930.
Oh yeah, they get a little pricey, Kelly. But you got to pay to play, right?
Yep, that's true.
What else are we talking about?
There's mention about Viair, onboard air.
I've used some of their stuff in the past. I've used their they have a single use or a single piston pump. I've used that in the past. I want to. It's like an MV50. They called it the Tornado or Hurricane or something like that. I've used that for years. I like the kind. I don't like the kind that plug into the aux ports because those they don't pull enough current. But the ones I like, they'll clamp right onto the the terminal post of your battery, and for a single tire at a time, they work really great.
Overlanding for fun, says Kelly is thinking to herself if David just left that exhaust alone. True story. Why are you reading my mind?
What?
It's dangerous up in there. Just saying.
What?
You have been warned. You have been warned.
Wow.
Mike Mack says, doing the off-roading in New Hampshire on the 19th. Woohoo! You're going to have a blast.
Nice, man.
I have been to the one in Texas, and it was a lot of fun. I still have to do that video.
The Dwayne's over there going, hey, man, me and Becky already did 2 videos on that. And you
I know.
got your stuff together.
Don't worry. I've got 2 coming. There'll be 2. There'll be 2 videos.
All right. Next up for me, and once again, bring it in the comments. Kelly, I'm sure you're
I've got a lot.
So one of the last ones I want to talk about is, I just was talking about them, AWE exhaust. Now, I think this, for what I've heard of all the exhausts, sounds great. Now, I will preface this by, there is no V6 in the world that you put an exhaust on that's going to make it sound like a V8. It's just not going to happen, unfortunately. But this one for me, rock your chair all you want. This one for me, I love it in the morning, or like when we were going to Kroger's today. I remote started the vehicle, and you hear that, and you hear it out in the driveway, and it sounds great. We did Michigan and back. I know you didn't notice it much. The only time you would notice it is when I was having fun under the tunnels and stuff, and I would get into it. So
I didn't say I noticed it much.
But on the highway, it's not been. I guess from being completely factory exhausted is slightly noticeable, but it's not loud in my opinion going down the highway. I'm going to drop a video on it, by the way, so I will definitely. We're in the middle of. We need to order a dB meter so you guys can get the decimals on it. But I've used these guys. Their shipping was nice. We got it a week before we were supposed to get it. Like, it was crazy. We were thinking, oh, we'll get that because we kind of plan our stuff, especially on Bronco parts. We kind of try to plan these videos out.
We were actually in the driveway when UPS or FedEx, whoever it was, dropped it off. And he goes, hey, do you mind if I ask what's in there? We were like, an exhaust. And he's like, oh, do you mind if I ask what it's going on? Because he sees our driveway where you've got a Sentra, a Jeep, and a Bronco.
Yeah. Yeah, well, in AWE, they do a lot of high-end
Yeah.
cars too. So he probably was thinking, I don't see no damn Lamborghinis around here.
Right.
And how you get them in that driveway. But so this is why I wanted it right here, this off-road version. So they have its removable tips. It came with a big, damn near 5-inch tip, which I would never put on my vehicle. I think they could go with a smaller 2.5 to 3-inch tip. Would look more reasonable in this, but the 5-inch they put on this was just ridiculously big for me. But I wanted the idea of my exhaust. I wanted it tucked up out of the way, so when we're off-roading, it's not dragging. It's not going to crunch the muffler at the back of the thing. So it's pretty simple the way they've done it. The prices on this thing, I want to say it was around $1,000 if I remember right. Which isn't bad for an exhaust, and this works on the 2.3s or 2.7s. And I really do. I did an exhaust on our Nissan Juke, which I thought was a little obnoxious on that, but that wasn't a daily car either. We had to use it as a daily one week, and that one was obnoxious. But this one here, I'm telling you, I cannot wait to get this next to a Raptor, because I damn think it sounds just like what the Raptors sound like. So if that gives you any kind of ideas. So Kelly, we'll add some flavor in from our viewers here. What are
Size matters is what they're saying. Shout out to 2 to 3-inch tips. Bronco 78 says, do those exhausts create heat also? LOL. They sure do.
So I didn't have the tip turned out because I was so excited once I got it under there and I wanted to hear it. And then we had to go. We were going to Cars and Coffee
the next morning.
Yeah, the next morning. So I didn't even think about that. The tip was still turned up just slightly, and it melted the bottom of the plastic of the rear bumper on it.
We smelled it. I smelled it, and I kept smelling it. And
when you were telling me that, I was like, I'm just gonna ignore what she's saying because there's no. I couldn't think of anything under the vehicle that would cause that. And then
we stopped by the house for something, and I ran in the house and ran back out, and I looked down, and sure enough, there's melting plastic.
You see it like,
you know how plastic like melts, and it just like, yeah, it starts like dripping. That's what it was doing.
But it was not AWE's fault. It
wasn't. I'm just saying.
Right.
It was. This is why Mama follows the instructions.
Well, and that's why you see Kelly with a lot of this stuff, especially like the Diabolical stuff. I'm horrible with that kind of stuff because, for one, I'm trying to film it, which is a nightmare in itself, to hopefully make it somewhat interesting. And two, you got all those, a lot of times it's little parts, and this is where you rock in our family. Like, you like puzzles like that. So I'm like, hey, come be a part of the channel.
Thanks for inviting me.
Help me do this, please.
Thanks for inviting me over.
Be the smart one.
Jess says, after 2 years, I finally got a build date. I'm hoping to have mine for the winter. I'm brand new to off-roading, so I'm so excited. That's awesome. And she drives a Juke Nismo right now.
Are you keeping the Juke? I really do want another Juke. That's as silly as it sounds. That was one of the most fun cars. I'd take it out on Sundays when you guys were early in the morning. They'd be asleep, and I'd hit the windy roads with that thing. I had a 6-speed manual transmission, little turbo. Jess, I pumped that thing up to, we got a 242 horsepower in that little car, and it was a rocket ship, man. We took it down to Z1 after I put a bunch of parts on it. There's 2 Juke videos coming in the next 2 months, so you'll like it.
Oh, manual transmission. Oh, she's driving your bucket list.
Yeah, girl.
Juke right there.
I love the manual. Those are fun little cars that unfortunately are just going away. Like, there's no fun cars like that are like, right now you could get a Juke probably for $4 to $6 grand and go make it a little beater. You can put, I think I had around $1,000 or so in aftermarket parts that I put on there to get it up to that 242 from like 180. And it was a blast to drive. But this is Bronco talk. I'm sorry.
Bye, Michael. Have a good night.
Cheers, sir.
Good luck with the homework. I have to do some homework after we get off here too tonight.
Oh no. Yeah, Miss Resume over here. I'm making her apply to
anybody like building resumes, because
I'm making her actually apply to be a part of Altering Nation.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Oh, what's the company, Kelly, I can pull up here that they were talking about?
Hold on.
Somebody was talking about Rough Country. I'll pull that up.
Yeah, somebody said Rough Country. While you're pulling that up, Joel Mendoza says, when can I place another Bronco order this year?
So not till November. Now, it was going to be September 12th is when the retail order or reservation orders could go through, but I think they pushed that back another 2 weeks. I think that's what Allie, if you're in there, would know. But after that, it was late November is what I was hearing. I want to say it was my birthday, the 21st. I do accept gifts, by the way. No, I'm
Oh
playing.
my gosh.
I'm playing. Just bottles of whiskey. But I want to say late November is when you can do that, and then it'll be. I guarantee it's only going to be live till about March, and they shut it off again. I guarantee you they do that. They've got to get a hold of that Bronco. They've got their lasso out. They're holding on. It's bucking around.
Gosh.
And they've got to get that little pony under control. So I bet they do that again. And I may throw an order in there. Just to for the next 3 years down the road.
Another one?
It'll be a 2-door. Don't tell Kelly. But yes, what's Airplane Mike? What do you got going on? Oh, Airplane Mike sending me photos. Looky there. That's his Bronco with the rough country. I believe it's the rough country bumper, which we're about to talk about. But go ahead, Kelly.
I thought you were pulling up rough country.
I got it up.
The RC mount on his Bronco is what he posted.
Okay. So we will definitely get into that. But rough country is known for one thing: cheap lifts. And I'm not a big. They're out of Tennessee, which is funny. They're by Memphis. But a lot of this stuff is developed there. Then it's built in China or somewhere else like that because they're part of the 4 Wheel Parts Trans-American family. But this kind of stuff here, $150. It's a fairly easy to do. Now, lift kits on these Broncos are a little be particular because if you have like a Sasquatch, that was me. I'm rubbing this.
I was like, what is going on?
But if you have a Sasquatch package, some of the lifts, they're slightly different. So be aware of that when you're ordering stuff like this. But once again, $150 on that's going to get you a 2-inch all the way around. And honestly, for to put, if you don't have 35s and you're wanting to do that on a non-Sasquatch, it's a pretty easy way to do it. They just sit. You have to pull the coils out. They sit. They go on their top hats, if I remember right. I guess I should look, but they look like they're top hat mounts. So you just mount them to the top of the coil, put them back under the truck. Ta-da! You got 2 more inches.
Ta-da!
And then you can put the big tires on. So let's see.
You probably should look before you tell people what you're doing.
I know. But they've got 5-inch lift kit, which
good Lord,
I am not into drop bracket lift kits by any means. So we're gonna pull this up real quick. So this is what's called a drop bracket lift kit. So what it does is it brings the differential or keeps the differential down where it's supposed to be, so you don't get weird angles for your drive shafts. It looks like you get new knuckles and everything. $1,300 isn't bad on this, but the problem I have with it is look at the top hat spacers. Those are ridiculous. Kevin used to have those on his Xterra. It was ridiculous. But some people want the extreme look, and this is stuff that you can get for that extreme look. And once again,
extreme look.
But it looks like they've got, if you want a 2.5-inch, and these are upper control arms. If you did not know, nice that they're greasable, which is that's a plus. Trust me. So you'll hear squeaking every once in a while. The more you off-road these vehicles, the more squeaks you're going to start getting. So when you see greasable joints like that, it helps keep that away. $600, man. That kit right there, I guarantee you, for any other like Nissan or somebody, that's $1,000.
But like Big Bites Are Right says, you get what you pay for.
You do. Now I'm not endorsing this by any means. We're going through and talking about what you guys. If you bought this kit, you've installed it, you're having a blast with it, doing whatever you do with your Bronco, it's awesome, man. Now I think there are sometimes better quality stuff, but I have to say, just at glancing at these upper control arms, those are pretty legit. Those are pretty freaking legit. And you can see here, it looks like a Sasquatch package on this thing where they've jacked it up. I did see somebody talking about they wanted to lift. They had a 33-inch Badlands, and they went out off-roading. They didn't buy the thing to off-road. They bought it. Yeah. I guess if I don't take us out of here, they're like, hey, we're having more fun than we thought we were going to on the trails. What do I need to do to get 35s under this thing? And first off, 33s, you wield 33s for
I
ever.
wheeled the shit out of
Yeah,
33s.
there's nothing wrong with that. Do never
Mm-mm.
feel like you have to buy these things to get on the trails.
Mm-mm.
Base would be the only kind of in Big Bend that I would say, hey, just get it better tires,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. But you never have to buy this kind of stuff to off-road it. So never feel like
But finish your statement.
if I don't get that. But back to rough country, they've got.
No. What you were
I'm
going
sorry.
to say? The person asked about.
Oh, well, that's what I was saying was I didn't get involved in that because
Ah.
I didn't want to get into a fight with it. But you know, there's everybody's a keyboard warrior.
Mhm.
They're all experts. I feel like
Oh, so it wasn't somebody that reached out to you.
no,
That's
they
just
were.
somebody posted.
It was in a general
Oh,
Facebook group.
Okay.
But I do. You know, I do. If you once you build your confidence, first thing in off-roading, tires. So if you feel like I have to have those, say you're on a black diamond with 32s, and you're like, I need to get to the 35s, go right for it. Especially if you have experience, you know what you're doing. But take your vehicle out before you add any parts to it. Go learn your vehicle how it is, because that way, when you're spending the upwards of thousands of dollars, you not only can justify that, you understand why you did that, and it just makes for, you know, a better offering. Anybody that ever says, hey, you know, just send it or whatever, that's goofy to me, because no, never just send it. There's times to have fun in mud puddles and stuff. I totally understand that. But generally that attitude, when you start breaking things and you end up in dealerships that then stop warranting your stuff. So that's where I'm at with that. But as far as, where we're at.
M. Price wants to know where your Hello Possum shirt is from. That would be funny down here in Alabama.
Instagram. I'll tell you. I'll look it up for you in just a minute.
He's given his debit card over to the black web multiple times by these shirts.
These are legit shirt companies. I don't deal with creepy ones. But so back to this. Now this is what I think Airplane Mike was talking about. They do these winch mounts. So that's a factory bumper where it drop winch mount. I do like the fact that they have the little LED in there. That's pretty cool. That's something different that I'm not seeing a lot of these companies do, where it's tucked away. And so
is it tucked though?
Well, I mean, is
it looks trail ready to me, like trail smash.
Well, I'm not keen on that personally, but I'm saying it's built into the bumper. It's not sitting on top of it, exposed.
Oh, I see. A
little more protection maybe than normal. But you can see it there. That's not bad. Oh, I like how if you don't want to put it in there, put the little cover in there. I'm still, for me, winches, I like to have mine somewhat protected. With Bronco, like I said earlier, doesn't lend itself always to being able to do that with the way the intercoolers and stuff are. But $209, dude, go to Harbor Freight just to try to buy a winch plate. You're $150 probably now for just a winch plate. So for that, and it bolts right into your factory bumper, that's pretty cool, man. And Rough Country has all kinds of stuff on this, and by no means am I endorsing any of these companies unless you hear me say that. But this is somebody who's used their products. Airplane Mike, I think, said he used this product and liked it. So what else we got going on there, Miss Kelly?
Allie sent the new schedule.
Oh, here, I can pull it up. Let's see here. Guys, let us know where else we're going to talk. Where do you want to go with this? So Executive Black says, I will jump straight into a customized wild track Bronco without ever driving it stock, which there's nothing wrong with that either. If this is how your first impression of the vehicle is, but that's key for me, is your first impression of the vehicle. You know, that's for me. Now we tend to, I'm not going to oversell myself because somebody likes to crap on us about this, but we'll like to go play a little bit harder than most. So that's why I suggest generally, if you're adding, you know, bolting on new stuff, learn what you have beforehand. But once again, nothing wrong. If that's how you're buying it, go for it.
So some updates, September 6th, those that are not scheduled for model year 22s are going to get an email of what to expect tomorrow, actually. So September 8th, model year order scheduling is going to be complete. And
here, I'll pull this up there.
May not want to share the full screenshot.
I got you.
That's why I'm verbalizing it.
I'm going around that.
So September 19th, the 23 model year order guide will be published. And then September 21st, we'll begin uploading or updating, or you're going to just go ahead and share it.
No, this is, I saved it, just a picture. There's nothing in this for that I don't think is anything crazy. So where were you at?
September 19th.
Okay, so that's the order guide comes out. That's honestly, that's the key right now, is the order guide. I don't expect, the only thing I do expect is you're going to see a small price increase, probably $500 to $1,000 price increase, which is, that's standard across the board. I know some people will definitely freak out about that and be like, oh my God, what about price protection? But which would you rather do? Save $500 or actually get your Bronco? Because I do find that I there's some funniness to that. I've seen people like really like, oh my God, the price protection. And I guess maybe after 2 years, you're like, okay,
If you've been waiting,
$1,500 or so.
yeah.
But this will be the last year. I guarantee they're not price protecting after this. I guarantee you after 23, you get your order in. That's it. They're going to be like, sorry. That's just how it's going to be. We've done our best. So I guarantee you the price protection is going away. But I think for me though, like at the end of the day, if you're figuring what $500 is into a payment, or even $1,000, sounds rough on the front end, you're not going to notice that in your monthly payment, really. Where are you at with that?
I think to each their own.
No, once again, I'm justifying it in my head, because I'm like, if this would got me, if I get my Bronco, now, back then, say a year ago, if that would have got me my Bronco, then I think I can justify going $1,000 more, get me my Bronco. Let's do it.
Yeah. And, but you have to make that decision for what works for you and your family and everything else. But yeah, I do think it's a little shady still though, from that perspective.
Right.
Like, I mean, you know how I feel on that.
Sorry, I'm going through this email real quick.
Executive Black says, question, my 2022 just got off a rail car 20 minutes from the dealership. Will I be waiting 2 weeks before it gets here? I've waited 769 days. I've gone numb from when it actually arrives.
No.
So it really just depends. Like, so the problem is going to be just getting it from the rail car to your dealership. Even though it's 20 minutes away, it depends on what the trucking looks like in your area, the hauler to bring your vehicle from the rail car. So it is possible it could be there tomorrow. It's possible it could be 2 weeks. I hate to say that, but it just really depends on what the situation is in your area.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right on that, because what's weird is, we're about 500 miles from MAP here in Middle Tennessee. We're kind of at the end of where they would trailer them. Mm-hmm. And there's some that'll get railed to Nashville, which is strange. They'll rail them to Nashville and then they shoot them out across the Mid-South. But our friend in California, in Los Angeles, Simple Beauty, she got hers, she was like 150 Broncos behind mine in the order of actually being built. She got hers way before we ever got ours.
Yes.
And so hers railed from MAP, Michigan, all the way to Los Angeles and beat us probably by 2 weeks.
Yep.
So
sure did.
Go figure.
Jess, I'm with you. Jess says if you've had a reservation for more than 2 years, that's bullshit. If they don't honor the price or at least give you something comparable in return. I agree. That's where I stand with it. I've not done a WTF, but I might as well.
You should do it. You should do a rant of anger like I used to do. No, but I definitely getting hot up here.
Yeah.
All right, I'll turn the AC on. But no, I get it. I can guarantee you though, this is the last year they're not honoring prices for 24. So if you haven't gotten it by then, I almost think that they cancel your orders.
But here's the thing that sucks about it. Like, it's not like it's the consumer's reason why it happened. That's where I have the problem with it. It's not like they said, we're only going to do the first 100,000, or we're only going to do the first however many, and you were 100,001. Like, it's not the consumer's fault that that's the issue. Like that's where I fall for it.
So I'm trying to find this. No, I'm definitely like, I feel guilty half the time still that we got our Bronco, even though we put it on hold and converted the order back, and then a day later got our build. Makes no sense. whatsoever.
Mine would be the most diplomatic WTF ever.
Yeah, now that would be something. All right, so Fab Fours, who I will be honest,
Is that the grumper?
well, they make
Somebody asked about the grumper.
they make a little bit of everything. So we'll pull this up here. They do a little bit of everything, and now some of this stuff is not for me. I'm just gonna lay out right now. I can already see some things on this about this that are not for me. We saw this company at SEMA. We saw the some of their early bumpers. I don't know of any quality issues with this company. They've seemed to treat everybody pretty well from what I've seen of them. But I guess I should accept their cookies. But it looks like they do a bunch of cool stuff. This is a non-winch bumper that you see right there. Looks like the rear bumper is pretty big, pretty thick. I'm not big on branding. And even for Lifestyle Offroad, they got the big LO in the front of it.
But they'll do them without it.
I know they will do. Hey, you don't want it, we'll do it. But I'm not real big on the branding of all this stuff.
You know what they have on there that I like, though?
License plate holder?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, okay. But looks like they do rock sliders and stuff. And let's dig. I was going to try to dig into their website a little bit more, but there we go. So say it doesn't look like we can. Ford Bronco. All right. Yes, the grumper.
Somebody had asked about the grumper.
Oh man, this thing is interesting. I'll leave it at that.
It's not for us.
No, not for us. But the angry eyes on the Jeep and all that stuff's not for me either. But clearly,
I kind of dig the angry eyes on there, but to me, this personally is not Bronco front. Like, it's like you could take this and put this on any other vehicle and try to call it a Bronco bumper. You know what I mean? So for me, it takes away the aesthetics of what the Bronco is.
Well, and so I'm not sure how this mounts, like the grill and everything, how it mounts. But I know for a lot of off-roading, your body shifts on the frame. So they're always doing kind of this and that. How does that hold up to actually off-roading? Once again, there's something for everybody. Design-wise, it's not for me, but I can't see why, I don't look at it and go, wow, I wouldn't own that, so nobody should own that.
Right.
There's parts for everybody, which is what
right, like Mark King said, looks like Mad Max. That's exactly what it looks like to me.
Some people like that in their off-road vehicles. Let's see. I want to talk about some more of their stuff. Their website's a little bit slow. All right.
Airplane Mike, congratulations on your Everglades build.
Oh, that's right. He ordered the billboard.
Yep.
Nice, dude. It's finally coming in. It's becoming a reality.
Yes.
Their skid plates, not bad. Let's see. There's their stubby bumpers. That looks heavy to me. It may not be, and I'm going from first impressions.
It does look heavy, but I will say that is done better than some of them have done from a stubby perspective.
Yeah,
because I've seen some, in some I've seen that have the oh my gosh, what do you call that arch thing?
The hoop.
The hoop. Thank you.
The rhubar.
The what?
The rhubar.
The rhubar.
Yeah, they're for kangaroos. That's in Australia. That's why they put the bars on there.
Really?
Oh yeah,
I didn't know that.
Because you would be driving and hit a kangaroo.
Oh, so the deer bar.
Pretty much.
But some of them I've seen on some of the bumpers, I don't think that they would hold up to what they're thought to be used for, and they're just damage multipliers. But that looks substantial to me.
Yeah, and on that grumper, they got this headlight thing going on up here. I don't know. It's interesting. It's not something I would use, but I'm more about practical need. I need this for a reason. And some people aren't. Some people are like, hey, I want this thing to look like a badass. I want to scare kids when I'm driving through the mall. I want them to think like Mad Max is about to pop out of here, which is pretty kick-ass, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like I would drive this with that on there just to scare some kids. Be like, hey, that's right. Hell's coming, boy.
Yes, bull bar. Thank you, Bronco 78. That's the other word for it, a bull bar.
Yes. Let's see what else they got going on here.
So Stephen Rapp says, I'm getting ready to buy the storage build in trunk area you guys did. Are you talking about the
Tuffy Ford
Ford licensed Bronco storage drawer? Man, that was a long name.
I know.
The storage drawer. I think that's what you were interested in previously. David says, when you have to replace your soft tires, will you keep the Ford rims or will they limit your ideal tire choice?
No. So right now we've been tossing back and forth whether we want to go with a 37 or a 35, and I keep going back and forth with that. For me, you start getting the 37s and it could start to limit that, because I want to say they're 7.5 or 8-inch wide wheel, and you start getting into like a 1250 wide tire, and some shops just won't put that tire on those wheels. I've never had a problem with it, but some shops won't. You could also go to the full bead lock wheel ring on that, and that would help a little bit. But no, I'm probably one of the few that actually like the factory wheels.
Yeah.
I
thought you were about to tell me that we were getting different wheels, and I was like, I'm good.
So we were at the Jeep Invasion where we saw all the cool parts and stuff for Jeeps. There was some cool wheels out there that I could see, well, that'd be fun to run. But till we beat the piss out of these, right now, once again, I have a priority. I have a list of things in my head of this is why I need them, and wheels are way down at the bottom of it, but tires are between that and the top are the top two things that I would like to fix.
Yeah. I'm sorry I missed your super chat, Dalamar. Thank you so much for that super chat. And I knew there was somebody that mentioned the grumper. So we just talked about that. And then there is another one. Thank you so much for that super chat.
Thank you, sir.
Bodyguard's full bumper with the camera relocate. Has anyone else moved the camera like that? So Lifestyle Offroad, actually, you don't have to relocate it. It sits right in the same spot.
They have a way, I think it might be on their website. You see about a couple centimeters of the top of the winch the way they've done it.
Nowhere near what the ARB is showing.
You still have full use of your camera, but it's not like even the Ford performance crap. Like you can't. That was such a goofy idea.
Thank you, Stephen Rapp, for that super chat, sir. Yes, Tuffy, because of the video did, and I'll be telling owners. Awesome. Thank you for that.
That box is super nice.
It is.
We'll be back and forth with it. Sometimes it'll fit certain needs, and sometimes our other one will fit certain needs. But I will say this: at sometime we're going to get rid of it, and we would just honestly give it away because they gave it to us, and I don't want to profit off parts like that. So, so there'll be some owner here, probably in Middle Tennessee, or if you're willing to travel,
right, and come get it.
They might DM us on Instagram. But I want to finish up with the Fab Fours real quick. Their rear bumpers, not bad at all. This one's a little thick for my liking. The idea for me wanting to put an off-road bumper on, I want to gain clearance, not. I mean, I'm sure this is not losing any, but everything I've seen of their product is really nice. So I can't complain about it. The delete for the spare tire always cracks me up because I'm like, my luck, as soon as I deleted it, guess what? I'd have a flat tire and need that. So, yeah, no, pretty cool. What was it? Oh, there it was. I know JCR, and our cat is dead.
He's about to make a visit.
He's dead determined to be a part of the show. Let's see. JCR. Oh. Hi, Snotty. Let's see.
Our cat has the worst allergies ever.
Yes.
Like the worst.
All right. So JCR. Was there another one, Kelly? I'll go ahead.
Have my drink.
I'll go ahead and pull it up.
What are we talking about?
Parts they were talking about.
Well, there's quite a few I have.
Okay.
That people are interested in seeing or in talking about. And also the table that attaches to the tailgate.
That was JCR though. I assume there's a lot of
No. JCR has a relocate kit for the camera.
Oh yeah. No, and our friend over at Bird Dog Overland runs their stuff.
Yeah.
And he actually has, I think he has some videos on that.
Just said, is there anyone that has a table that attaches to the tailgate thinking of what to buy with my Ford Pass points?
Ford actually has those, and you can do that with
That's what she's saying.
Yeah. And it's built by Tuffy, which is, I've seen it. It's pretty cool. I think you do have to drill one spot in your tailgate. I want to say JCR, who I'll go ahead and bring up. JCR has, if I remember right, it's a non-drill option. Let's see, but JCR, man, they came out of the gate hard. They were full of parts real quick, and as you can see just from this, there's bumpers, there's rear bumpers, there's the compressor plates, there's got this overhead molly mount. And their social media is hilarious.
Oh, is that the one that put the dog pooping in the back?
Yeah, they do all kinds of like food stuff. They had one where the Oscar Mayer truck was wheeling with some Broncos. Their social media people are funny as hell.
Oh, Flo, there's no picking on him. He really does. He has like the worst allergies ever, and he is so snotty. Like we find
snot.
Yeah.
Where his food bowl is, he'll sneeze and
he'll sneeze and it's bad.
Let's see, JCR though. Let's see, they do some door pockets. Kind of out of the gate, this was something they, like rough country. They did a bracket here. As you can see, Kelly, this has the relocation camera. So you can kind of see how they relocated out front there. I think it includes a longer cable, plug and play cable. So you just unplug it, plug it into the new length out.
I'd be curious to know if they run into any errors, because I know from people we've spoken to that have tried to relocate it to different locations, they have run into all sorts of sensor issues.
Well, now this is a non-censored one.
Oh,
see the plugs? They do offer a censored version, but I know there's been a ton of people that just have not had good luck with it. I want to say our friends over in Alabama the companies they're trying to use, they've had just a couple issues with some stuff. I know Lifestyle Off-Road has, I want to say 5 or 10 out now, and nobody's complained at all that their sensors are all working properly. But I will say JCR, they always do a nice design. Their powder coating always looks really, really nice. A lot of thought put into their stuff. As you can see how it's welded all together. Looks nice. That winch there, I can tell you, is a big winch.
It looks like a beast.
And be sure to make sure which winch you're ordering when you go with any of these baskets like this, because some
I'm being summoned.
Yep, some require well, if I do that right, some winch baskets are built for certain size winches, so be aware of that. But let me go back here and pull this out of here.
Both of them wanted out.
Yep, the kitties are gone. But JCR, they do a lot of things, and I can't remember if it's. I believe I actually have their fender flares are on our vehicle.
JCR.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure these fender flares that you see in these pictures, one of the non-SAS ones, are on our vehicle now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I bought them from them.
Oh.
And they actually took the time and shipped them properly. They were never going to be damaged because they have the spray and foam stuff that expands in the box. Very, very nice. But I do like those tube doors a lot. I will say I'm not a big fan of this big
night, Derek. Thanks for joining, sir.
Big rhubar, but they did a lot of look at the air pockets they've done in their bumpers. So a lot pretty well thought out on that. You can see their rock sliders they do. And that wild track in that red looks great. Once again, tube doors. I'm surprised more companies haven't jumped on the tube door thing though. These look great to me. I'm not big on the Ford Performance ones because they got that big block that sits right here. It's got, I don't know.
I haven't paid that much attention to them.
I'm sure it's for some government safety something, but not bad. Price isn't actually too bad. So Bronco for a 4-door, $900 basically.
Yeah, because I think for our Jeep we paid over about $1,100 for ours.
It was something like that, and that was rough. No, that was Rugged Ridge.
No, it was not. It was the other one. The one that came out with the Bronco line. What is it called?
I know who you're talking about, but yeah, tube doors are expensive. So those actually look pretty cool. But go over to, they've got a ton of stuff. We could be here all night just talking about their stuff. But
Quadratec,
yeah, that's who we've used, which they have. I forget what they called their Bronco company, and they've never done anything with that.
Stallion or something.
Stallion, yeah. Goofy name. But anyways.
They couldn't call it Bronco.
I know.
Bronco Dude asked, is there a way to add a front camera and have it wired into your screen as though it were built that way, or even add a second screen on top of the dash to display the front camera?
Well, there are aftermarket cameras out there. I know some of the trucking companies or truckers, there's certain cameras that you can buy aftermarket for those that might work for you. I don't know, and I don't think anybody's cracked that code yet, but a lot of this stuff is pre-wired.
Night,
so
Nikki.
Just plug and play.
Thanks for joining. Overlanding for fun. Thank you for the super chat, sir. It says I need 5 more people to subscribe to my channel. So
If you
go
would-
check out.
If you would go, and I have to say thank you to Tim. He gifted 5 memberships the other night.
Mhm.
And that was very kind of Tim to do. So thank you. And once again, Tim does the happy hour with me on normally Tuesdays, but this week I think it's going to be on Thursday. Softball takes precedence, guys. We're coaches. But go subscribe to Overlanding for Fun. Make his day right now. If he could get those 5 during the show, he'd probably be jumping to joy. So there you go. What other companies we got to talk about here?
Mobile Moto said I ordered 3 things from Kurt Trailer Hitches this week, and everything came well packaged.
Nice.
And quickly.
Well, Kurt does. They do an excellent job. I'm curious if how their wiring up is on it. That was the one thing I was a little surprised is some of the wiring. If you didn't get the hitch from the factory, bolt on, yeah, it just bolts right on. Pretty easy to do. But if you want the wiring, it was a little. It's not plug and play.
Yeah, I heard it was a little pricey.
Yeah, well, you got to do a little dancing.
Jonathan Fald says Ford ever coming out with a 2.7 tuned. We've been told it was coming.
I was told by the general manager of our local dealership that hey, it's coming, and that was last November.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's. Sometimes I think that stuff is you got to get it through legal.
Yeah, probably
more than anything.
Salad and Soup says please talk about Bay Area metal fabrication.
BAMF.
BAMF.
All right, let me pull them
Somebody
up.
mentioned that a couple weeks ago, I think, when we were talking about the failure of that product.
Failure of that product.
Bye, Mark King. Thanks for joining, sir.
Well, let's see what we got here. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen their stuff before. Let's pull this up here. All right. So it looks like they've got a front bumper in stock. Warren winch solenoid. Oh, that's nice. So the solenoid that sits on top of the winch normally, they move it out of the way. That's pretty cool. And they got some lights mounting. Let's look at this. Because I remember seeing this early on when they were coming out. I like the hybrid version of this. So I'm not big on the tube bumpers generally, but I kind of like how they've got this. Wish the picture was a little better than that. It wouldn't zoom. But I like how they've got that. How that pops out there like that. That's pretty cool. And they've given some thought about airflow. So you got a lot of cooling issues with this thing. It looks like it's mounting up to the factory skid plate there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you get your 3 lights and you're getting a little more tire clearance. So I like it a lot. There we go. That's a little better. There, yeah, you can see it.
Looks a little deep though.
Well, it is definitely a little deep because as you can tell, they've tried to hide that winch as best they can. So if you're ever in a bumper to bumper collision or something, I think it's better protected that way. Oh, I like the rhubarb that they put on there. That's pretty cool. Nice. Let's see what else they got going on there. These lights. Oh, there I see a first edition there. What do we got here? So KC Pro Gravity LED 8-inch mounting kit bracket, or I assume this must be for these. Yeah. Okay, nice. You can see where it attaches to the factory points, which was brilliant by Ford to do. And those lights are expensive. Those lights are very expensive, and I wouldn't want anything, but a quality product up there holding those lights. So definitely like what they got going on. It looks like they do more than just Bronco, but they've got a few options there. Let's see what this shows. That's a great picture. I wish I lived near the redwoods.
No kidding. That's a bucket list.
I know. That's freaking awesome. No, definitely. I like what they've got going on there. I like how they've integrated the lights in that. You can see with the caps, they don't have that tube bumper out there. It looks great. I'll keep an eye on those guys.
Dr. Xtoff says, what do you think of ADD's deployable steps?
Let me pull those up because I do want to talk about that.
There it is. It's that one down.
I want to say I kind of was having some issues with this company a while back. Bronco, there it is. I can't remember if it was them or not.
First one. There you go.
I can't remember who it was that was showing some breakage of the tie rods they weren't fastening into that.
that
Was it
wasn't
not
them.
these guys?
No.
I do remember seeing ADD at some of their stuff at SEMA. So let's pull this up here and look. All right. So now, being a desert runners, you don't need winches. So I like how they've given the option here for the big light bar out front, which is important. That is important for desert running. You need as much light out as possible. You don't want to run over those king cobra snakes. I'm playing, of course, rattlesnakes, but no, those that looks. I actually like that. I like how they've. Let's pop this up here. I like how they've given thought, so you still got your sensors there, so that all should work great. Some ventilation for cooling, and lots of clearance for your tires. They didn't go over the top with their logo, which is nice. I just do not. I don't need to. I'm not buying a banner. You know, I don't mind a little bit of logo, but I don't want the banner on there. And there's a lot of space they could have put a banner on that thing. I like how they've got the, you know, you can put the lights out there. Well, this is what's key. Look at that. Still tucked in there, man. Now it's not a winch bumper, so you can do that. But that
might be the best tuck I've seen.
Well, there you go. It's the best tuck Kelly's ever seen.
Shut up.
No, these are great. I've followed these guys on Instagram for quite a while. Let me pull up some other stuff. I want to find a. They may not do any winch bumpers. Here's pull up this one. Now I will say one thing: they do seem to be pricey. So this is $2,100. Let's see. So you're not getting the adaptive cruise control bracket. So there's an extra $200 basically. Ooh. If you want that. Skid plate, no.
Holy cow.
Yeah, let's just keep adding these parts. Let's just see what happens. Center lights. Do you want lights? No.
Holy bejesus. Yeah, this $1,200.
This is for those lights. Now those are good lights. Baja Designs make it.
They better be for $1,300.
Yeah, let's not do that. Selective signs. But it is nice so that you can go ahead and order all at one purchase, which, you know, maybe if you're putting it on some kind of a credit, like PayPal credit or something. But yeah, no, that's a lot of money on that. But I've seen their when they do these debuts on Instagram and stuff, really cool. I like that it's not too crazy. It's not too grumper kind of, like it's got some attitude to it, but nothing too crazy in that. But yeah, no, it's, you know, quality.
You didn't look at their steps.
I'm going.
Okay.
I'm trying to get there.
You're just in bumpers right now.
I know. Let's see. Ford.
Well, maybe. If we can find them.
I was going to say, if I can find their steps. Let's see. Bronco. So I'll go ahead so you guys can play along. Hard tops, molly panels, center console dash. Oh, that does look good though. A little too much. But let's see. Yeah, I don't see anything on steps. Not at all. I remember seeing some of this stuff. I want to say at SEMA.
Scroll back up. Keep going. Go up to the options at the top. And we already looked under accessories. It wasn't under accessories.
Yeah, that's solid.
So it's not on their site right now.
But is somebody saying they're making steps?
That's what somebody was asking about their deployment.
Are you talking about, Doctor? Are you talking about the, like, what old Town and Country sells?
Says Bronco 78 says ADD is the one that TC Customs is having issues with relocating sensors for adaptive cruise.
Oh, okay. So here are some. This is on TC Customs website, but here are those. These are the deployable steps. Rockslide Engineering does these, and they're not bad. The only thing I've heard about these things is the actual what holds the step can get bent slightly, and sometimes you have to kind of bend it back a little
I
bit.
could see that.
But I don't know. There's give and take. If you want a rock slider that gives you a little step, I don't know. They seem to be the only people doing it right now. $2,400 is a tough one for a step, though.
Well, that's for a 2-door.
Oh yeah, let's see what a 4-door was.
Same price.
Yeah, same price.
Same
and
price. Same.
And the only thing I don't mind these at all. The only thing I don't like is how they have the way that you mount their little button. So when you open the door, it activates. It's a little janky to me. I would like something a little bit more somehow plug into the in between that and maybe the wiring system for the door somehow. But then you're probably getting $3,000 and $4,000. So
bye, Bronco dude. Thanks for joining.
Yes, thank you. What else we got going on here? And by the way, our friends over at TC Customs, 6'20". He's they're pretty good on prices. So a lot of these parts like Zone, they're little puck lift, pretty cheap. BDS, they sell all the top brands over there. So there's a Zone 4-inch kit. But I talked to Mitchell privately. He seems like the same guy. We've not done business with him, but we will. That's who our best top.
Well, we did one. We ordered front door bags.
Oh, that's right.
And then they contacted us right away, and we're like, "Hey, Mitchell wanted us to make sure that you didn't want the rears too." Like,
which their website made it look like you were getting front and rear.
Yeah.
So it wasn't their fault. It was a Ford picture.
No, so we ordered the seconds. Stephen Rapp says, how are the copperheads in your neck of the woods? A friend who lives in South Dakota narrowly avoided a rattlesnake bite recently.
I've killed in my engineering field. I've killed 2. I got 1. I got 13 buttons. Oh wait, that copperhead's duh. I've had 1 encounter in 25 years with a copperhead.
You better knock on some wood.
And the encounter was, I used to have this helper that his dad raised king snakes in North Carolina to help keep other varmints away. They'd sell them for barns. And so he was just used to, as a kid, handling snakes. And we'd be walking through a field and he'd see a hole and you'd see him run and grab something and pull the snake out of this hole. And one day he got on the radio. He was like, "Hey man, you'll never believe this snake I pulled out of the cedar tree." And I was like, "What?" So I come up there and he's got a copperhead wrapped around his arms. He's holding it by the head so it can't strike. I said, "Dude, you smell that?" And he's like, "Yeah, what is that?" I said, "That's his scent. Trying to get, he's mad. He's trying to get away." And he's like, I said, "See the viper eyes?" And it started dawning on him. And I said, so I pulled out a lathe.
King snakes are not
they can
not
bite
venomous,
you, but they're not venomous. So I put this stick out. That bastard went boom right on that stick, and that dude turned white. He's like, "What do I do?" So I grabbed the tail of that snake and I unwound it. And normally I keep like a machete with me. For some reason, I had I don't know if you guys know what a brush hook is, but it's like a long-handled axe with kind of like a machete. I said, "Here's what you do. You're going to throw that snake right there, and I'm going to chop his head off." And he got him down, threw it, and bam, killed that thing. And we were together.
And it was not in the state of Tennessee.
No, this was in Tennessee.
It was not in the state of Tennessee.
Oh, this was in Tennessee. But rattlesnakes, I've killed 2 rattlesnakes. But I normally keep rattlesnakes are not aggressive unless you're come at them. So anyways, they don't want to know about my normal job.
You're not supposed to kill snakes in the state of Tennessee, which is why I said it was not.
No,
not in
rattlesnakes are actually protected, yes, but you can kill snakes.
I don't need that in my ears. Steven says he loves snake stories.
Oh man, I've got. Okay, we'll last snake story.
I may not have married him if I knew what a dangerous job he has.
So last snake story. So I'm in where a lot of the starts where Brooks and Dunn, where Kix Brooks lives. And Kelly knows right where I'm talking about.
Yep, because I delivered to his house.
Arrington, Tennessee. I used to have to deal with all these stars and stuff. But I was at this person's property. And it's a fall morning, cool out. There's a chicken farm next to us. And the property owner, we're walking up this hill. He's trying to show me his property. If you don't know, my normal job till this starts paying full time is I'm a land surveyor. So I pull out this drawing, and the guy's in front of me, my kid helper's over. It's like a little triangle of people. I pull out this drawing, and we're talking, and I happen to just look down, and there's a rattlesnake coiled between all 3 of us. Now it's cold, so that's the saving factor of nobody getting bit right now was it's cold, but just put it this way, I got 13 rattles from that little bastard, and all he was doing is he was just going over there eating chickens or eggs or whatever, and then going back home. But no, and I do have two copperhead stories. So the second copperhead story was were
we together then too?
Yes, we were together.
Oh,
it was winter, and snakes den. They all den together, and they're not selective. A lot of snakes will just, of all types, will just den together.
Poisonous and non-poisonous.
Yeah, they're just keeping it warm. So they get in these dens and they hibernate. And so a guy on a track hoe they were cutting out for a road, and they hit a den, opened up a den, and a snake started coming out and got up on his bucket a little bit. And this dude jumped out of his track hoe. Now he's in a sealed box. And this dude,
I might have done the same thing.
This dude jumped out. He was scared. This dude was terrified of snakes. He was like, that thing was going to come up my bucket and get me. And I was like, you're in a glass cage of emotion here, man. I mean, like,
that's what he was in, a glass cage of emotion.
And I was like, so I had to end up killing that one too. And but he did actually stomp him a little bit with his track.
He should have. That's what he should have done.
He got some bridge. All right. Back to Bronco
78 says all snake nation.
Yeah, all Rattler Nation.
M Wild says, do you plan on lifting your Bronco?
I do, M Wild. That's part of the debate for us with 37s and versus 35s, because right now we have a 315 on the Goodyears that everybody's, if you get a Sasquatch, gets. They're just such a soft compound. We've already noticed that. What are we at? 12,000 miles, that they're halfway, if not a little
11
more done. So this winter we'll end up trying to do something with tires. I haven't decided. Part of it is I haven't decided if I want to do a full MT or just do an all-terrain like the BF Goodrich KO2s. Either way probably would do us great.
The truth is he doesn't know what he can convince me to get yet.
Well, there's part of that. She does handle the budget. So part of that too is, if I do, which do I do of 37s? I would be either of those two tires, the KM 3s or the KO2s. And to put 37s on it, I'm going to have to do, I want to say at minimum a 2-inch lift, maybe a 2.5-inch lift. So I haven't decided what kind of lift I want to do for that. And that just adds to the expense of doing it. Now, we do use our Bronco as, I won't say a showpiece, but it's part of coming out, like when we went to Michigan and stuff. That's part of it, is bringing our Bronco out. And I don't care if people get in it. I've let people drive it. Literally, I've let strangers drive my Bronco.
Now he's been in the passenger
I've been in with
seat.
them. But it's part of what we do. Is we're not, I won't say we're influencers or whatever of, what do they call the Bronco
we're not ambassadors,
because I guarantee you those people wouldn't let you near their Broncos. But I'm more of an ambassador to this vehicle than most of those people. So I like to bring it out, let you guys do whatever you want to do with it. And so there is that part. There is that part of it of, I don't want it to look just basic either. So that's part of it.
There's a lot of IAG talks. You need to bring up IAG.
Well, I can bring IAG back up because I have them right here. What are they asking, Kelly? Thank you.
You're welcome. They're just talking about lots of things. They're talking about we talked about the steps.
The cup holders that we just got a new magnet for.
Yeah, cup holders.
I will say so I'm going to shit on them slightly as Kelly finds the cup holders or whatever she's looking for. IAG has this weird thing of shipping shit out way before they should have. It seems like with the strut that they did on the rear, they got in a hurry and didn't realize, I think there was a slight change in manufacturing from the early version they prototyped off of to more of a final version. So they had to send out a little bracket or something to adjust that, which was cool. Nobody asked, we didn't ask. It well. Yeah, we didn't ask them to do anything. They sent it out without asking. So we got the cup holders, and the same thing. Early orders got a lesser magnet. So I think some of the problem they were finding was heavy drinks, maybe 32-ounce drinks, getting jostled around. It was popping that cup holder off. So they've sent out a new magnet. But it just seems like, hey, spend that extra. Nobody was copying that idea, Both of their ideas have been very uniquely theirs, and I haven't seen anybody try to steal it.
Well.
Steal it. Yeah. So it just seems like maybe just go through the testing slightly more. But these cup holders they've got, this was such a needed product, and we nobody was talking about that from Supercell. You remember that? We did a story on it, and I want to say we got 6,000-7,000 views on that pretty quickly. And because nobody was talking about it, and that was a concern of both of ours, is like, why are there no cup holders in the back of these damn things? Unless you get a 2-door or you get leather seats. And
so if you see, this is how it mounts. Why is it running away?
You gotta touch.
I had it.
Just there you go.
That's not it. That's not what I'm looking for.
Go back this way. Right there.
That's it.
All right. So yes, that's how it mounts. And early on, they had a different. What we saw them toying with prototyping.
It was like 3D printed or something. No, but they were still working on it.
The way they mounted was slightly different.
Yeah,
clamped together. But they've done an excellent job with that. But I just feel like, hey, just slightly more
product testing
on that. But what else are they talking about with IAG?
We talked about the rock rails. The IAG steps that they clip on.
Oh, here's some. I mean, everybody's doing these. This isn't uniquely IAG, but we actually bought these. Been very happy with these grab handles.
Yeah, the handles.
Because that is something I wish there was more of a pillar grab handle, because when you're getting in, you just kind of naturally want to grab at that pillar, but there's an airbag there, so you can't do that. So these have been pretty handy to get in and out of it. I don't normally like Jeep.
I don't actually use. I don't use them for that, because I just don't like that they're mounting to those screws right there. I actually use it just kind of like as we're tired, like as my arm is tired.
Oh, okay.
As we're doing, just kind of as a comfort spot. But
they do all kinds of different colors on it. Like I said, there's multiple people doing this. It's not uniquely
they
them.
Can do match to your vehicle that you choose.
we ended up getting the red, which I think you kind of now wish you'd gotten a different color.
I wish I'd have gotten like the Badlands color.
Well, I'm sure we can always order more.
I'm sure.
What else from IAG?
Mark King says he's got the full length IAG steps, even though he's got them on backwards.
He does have those on backwards, but he has a reason for it too.
Yes,
he has a well thought out
reason for it.
I do think, Mark, I do wish they would have done a solid. Damn it, I hate these interactive sites. I wish they would have done that kick out. I wish they would have done a full length version of that all the way down.
So wider.
Well, for people like Mark, so Mark wanted the wider spot for rocks and stuff, so he could put them. He just reversed them, so that's out front for him, and it's helping block debris from hitting the side of the vehicle
because he's got the 2-door.
Yeah, I think if they were to do a full version like that,
so just be wider.
Yeah, it would. But I think it would have been probably a little better.
Mark, or I think that was about it for IAG, unless somebody has come in. I don't see anything kind of standing out unless there's something up.
Dave is the Shelby Hall of Monday Night Bronco chats. Oh, man.
While wearing a tennis skirt.
Well, we go to Moab. I'm going to get the tennis skirt.
Hammerbuilt. Mark King says go to Hammerbuilt, or going to get Hammerbuilt spare tire reinforcement.
All right, let's pull them up. This is a company I don't know much about. So the Bronco collection. Okay, yeah. So they've done. I have seen these guys. So they've done an extension for 37s. You need to extend the third road brake light. I think this is the bracket here he was talking maybe about. No, because.
That's antenna mount.
I know. I hate these interactive websites like this, man. I know what he's talking about. It's the plate that goes back for the spare tire. Oh, please don't do this, guys. There's certain times I like to hear the whoosh, but it's not on an off-road vehicle. If you want it, I'm just playing.
Not everybody's an off-road vehicle.
I know. But
he had one on his Juke.
I did have a blow-off valve on my Juke.
Actually had a guy driving down the road go, is that yours?
Well, he didn't know it was a turbo.
Yeah.
He's like, I didn't know they made those in a turbo. Yes, these are definitely. There was somebody the other day posted pictures on Facebook. They put 37s on the back of theirs, and it creased the the tailgate.
Oh my.
I've only seen one do it, and I was a little like, did it really do that, or are you just trying to like blame it on something else that might have bumped into you? But Jeep, I know the JKs are having all like it's not a secret. They've had all kinds of problems with the metal cracking and stuff from the weight of 37s. So no, these are definitely needed. And once again, it's another, if we go to 37s, it's just another
we're done.
another added cost.
We're done.
Hey, we did see this Bronco at Supercell.
Yeah, and they got such shade because they had that fake
The glass
sail or window sticker in there.
Oh, that's right. Because the guy was a dealer or something. He only
Yeah,
did
but
it.
it's his wife's Bronco.
I know he did it to be funny, but
Somebody was giving him all sorts of shiz.
And another thing, I don't need gas tanks on ours. I don't think. It's a lot of extra boom boom.
Da Vinci says best $10 I've spent is the Pro Elite Gap Trap. Goes between the seat and the center console. Stops your phone from dropping under the seat.
You know the best one? Oh, I haven't talked about these guys, and you would think I was sponsored by them.
67 Designs.
Yeah, you would think this is probably by far the most used accessory we've bought, and it was expensive, but very worth
Ford.
it. Let me
over to the right. Up. Bronco rail.
All right. So, and they offer a couple different versions of this now. So I get teased all the time because of the video we did on it. And we're the #1 video in that category, by the way. Very, very proud of that. But the Bronco rails, so they have a couple. We have the long rail that they have here, showing here. They have a single mount, which I like a lot. I don't use their magnet mounts, though I would be interested in trying those.
But our cases probably wouldn't work well with it.
Probably not. But let's see. So you can see mounted here. I have a video on this. I can tell you this, it's more than
oh, they have a nuggie holder.
I want to say it's more than I was into several $100s for ours. But then again, we got multiple.
That's because that has only one trackball.
Multiple mounts on this thing. As you can see it here. I like that you can have multiple items up there. You're not very limited.
This is actually pretty much our build.
You don't have to be limited to how many options. You can keep adding the little balls, the little track balls up there and stuff. I use this in my Jeep, and I use this in the Bronco probably more than anything. And the clamps they do, the clamp when I ordered this initially for the Jeep, I was a little worried at first. I was like, because sometimes you're used to these Walmart clamps and all this crap that and we put extra thick cases on our we have what are they, 12 or 13 Max, the big 12s. iPhones. So you feel like you're limited what will fit in those clamps.
Yes.
But excellent. They hold them excellent on road trips. It's so nice. They're sturdy. You touch your phone, you don't feel like it's sliding all over the place when you touch it. Very, very happy with that. There you can see it. Now, one of the bummers that people do not like is we had to drill 2 small holes, one here and one here, to do the installation. They offer a smaller version that you don't do that. And they'd offered the smaller version when we did that, I would just bought the smaller version with 2 phone mounts, like our Jeep. Our Jeep is about that wide. It's not very wide, but works perfect. But I like this product a lot. Once again, this is one of those things you get what you pay for.
Yes.
You definitely get what you pay for with this. So I know there's other brands. I think there's a Bullet brand or somebody that does something similar. And there's multiple build your own rail mounts up there. I like this because these are all carbon fiber, so the sun going to get hot. You're not going to melt. You come out from a long day, it's hot, and suddenly your mount's pointing down. Like a limp old man. But
I wasn't gonna say it.
I know, but I knew where your giggle was at. But I can say I 100% stand behind this, guys, and I get nothing from it. The link that's on our website, not affiliate links, but if I like a product, I really like a product, and I like to share that I like a product. I don't need to be paid to like a product.
In mobile, we had RAM mounts before in our Xteris. So we did like the ram mounts too. The way that ours mounted, though, it was the X or whatever in the ram mounts. Yeah, the X clamp, and that wasn't my favorite compared to this one. But I would put ram mounts in our vehicle.
Oh yeah, and the X clamp. The only thing for these bigger phones, they just aren't almost wide enough. But the little rubber deals would slide off when you were trying to pull your phone out of there. It was just kind
I
of
lost many of those.
Yes, yes. Oh, let's see. BuiltRight Industries has some great molly panels. Let's check them out.
Sorry, y'all. Yawning over here.
I know.
And Wild says, I'm thinking of going 37s when my good years wear out. I'm keeping the stock Sasquatch rims, just going to add 1.5 wheel spacers.
And who is that?
And Wild. Probably going with a 2-inch SVC perch collar lift.
Damn it. All right, guys. They have Rivian parts.
Sure do. Looky there.
It's crazy, man. I love
Click on it. I want to see it.
Oh, damn it. What can you do with your Rivian?
I know. That's what I'm wondering.
Well, they have one. Oh, okay. So Kelly, just because Kelly wants to see this, Rivian, they make molly panels for the back of that now.
I'd actually like to have a Rivian.
Yeah, Kelly fell in love with one of those that
I don't know why.
And they're nearly $100,000 now.
Yeah, I know.
They just jack the price.
I won't get one. It's okay.
All right, Bronco. Let's bring this Bronco stuff up here. All right, so they got a couple things. Interior gear. They got little antennas. Okay, yeah, I've seen these the license plate relocations, which I'm so happy.
We don't
Praise
have
Jesus,
that.
we do not have a front license plate. Because I feel bad for these people that they've told their dealers, please do not drill into that. I have one of these, and what do?
They drill into it.
Right into that front thing, which I would be so pissed off. And you have nothing. What can you argue with the dealership about? They're like, hey, it's law.
We actually saw a transport mobile moto that had Rivians on it too. Said Mobile Moto said I've been seeing a lot of them on transport trucks.
Yes, well, Illinois is where they're built. Oh, I like those. Too bad it wouldn't work with our.
Diabolical.
Yeah, kind of weird. They cover.
No, but we've got the mollies for the Diabolical.
Yeah, they cover the hole up there. But I like this. That's pretty cool. Oh, these Milwaukee boxes, by the way, they're freaking awesome. But yeah, no, we've got some molly panels for our Diabolical, which we need to end up with. Let's wind up with those. I like these soft molly bags. Those are really nice. What else they make?
Bottle opener.
Yeah, well,
my Bronco already has one.
I was gonna say mine came with one.
Mine.
Mine.
Our
Bronco came with one. Yeah, that's awesome. I like innovative molly panels that do something. There's so many companies out there that just sort of make molly panels, but they don't really do anything.
Thank you for another super chat,
like
sir.
Our new buddy here. Thank you, sir.
For fun, Phoenix Gold Bronco tailgate speaker.
All right, let's see.
Oh, the 2-door doesn't have a bottle opener? I thought it did.
It's such a weird thing.
So dumb. All it is a cutout.
Right? Well.
And then after that, you've got Havoc sliders.
Well, I'm trying to find their Bronco because it looks like they do a tailgate. Tailgate. That's. Here, I'll pull these up. This is definitely not for Bronco. I mean, it's probably relatively the same thing, but yeah, that's pretty cool. The only bummer for me is what space you lose.
Yeah.
And for a good sub sound, you need volume. And unfortunately, volume takes up space. But yeah, I do like that. That's the one bummer for me is our audio system. Is I've replaced the speakers. It sounds a little better. I wouldn't say for what we end up costing, it sounds that much better. Well, I think it was 80 per for a pair or something like that. But yeah, that I would like to have a little more boom because we went to the Jeep Invasion. Every dude had their subs out there, and it was fun. You get caught up in that of like, man, I wish I had some like. Well, we didn't take the Bronco, but even our Jeep, I was like, man, I wish we had the some boom booms. But no, we didn't.
Momomoto says again, this time in English.
Yes, in English. All right, now probably one of the most favorite companies I've ever dealt with.
I told you I had a couple more before you went there.
I'm sorry. We're already here now. So Diabolical Inc.
There's Alan.
Yep, there's Alan standing on a part that I really, really want. So they make, these are called slipstreams, and you might be going, well, what is it? And if you look, see that secure, you can see Alan's footprints up on top of it. But they do these where it just secures the cargo area. There's no bolt head showing. You cannot, I mean, with an axe or anything, you could eventually get into anything. Yeah. But nobody's going to just slip their hands in and get into your cargo. And when we were in Chattanooga, about a month and a half ago, I had all my camera gear in the Bronco. We had the top off or down. Never worried at all. We were downtown Chattanooga. We went to dinner or went to lunch, had fun. I just literally never worried about my expensive camera gear going to get stolen out of that thing. So,
because if somebody's going to get it, they're going to have to steal my Bronco to get it.
Yes. You can see it's tough as can be. That's Mr. Allen there. But they make them for, it works for soft top or hard top. And as you can see, there it is with the hard top. It's got this little cargo area if you want to get into the back of it. Now, it's a little more expensive than the Ford Performance version that's built by Tuffy, but it's way better. I mean, like way better. More thought out, it seems like. But I can't say enough about this product.
Now, we were sent one to test out, but we still stand by our review, and we told them we would give an honest review on it.
But this is the next thing. He's got a couple things. So this is a slide out tailgate, which I would like if we had a freezer in the back of this thing, would make it a lot nicer to use. But something I did a Bronco or a Jeep video on
before you go away. Yeah. But as he was telling us with the slide out, what's cool with the slide out floor is that you can still access that panel that's under it. You just have to, with the slides that come off the side, you just pull it off and then you can still access the spot that's under it.
Yeah. But he's got, so you've seen this flat, I'm gonna show you again. You've seen the flat top version like this. They make a newer version. See if I can find it. Here it is. It's showing on a Jeep right now, but I got to see this in person. You've got a whole nother area of secure cargo area. See if there you can see it. And he even said with Bronco, you don't see it in the back. The way the seat sits up on it, you'd never see this in the back. But he has a slide out drawer for just this area. Plus, you still like all these little mounts they have. He's got where you can mount a high lift to the back of this thing. A lot of cool stuff like that. But I wish that I hate these interactive websites, man. But yeah, Diabolical. I'm big on these guys, man. They've been, like Kelly said, they sent us one to try out, but I like the product a lot. Steven, what is he saying?
Thank you for the super chat, sir. Hey, I've hardtop, never got the storage bag. Dealer X, what do? I talk to parts. I think you are supposed to have storage bags with your hardtop.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know on that one, Steven. One way to find out. Let's go to.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure with the hardtop, you're supposed to have storage bags.
I'm going to guess it's a 4-door. So we're just going to do. I'm just grabbing something here. So we'll pull it up real quick.
Mobile Motos has got storage bags with my hardtop. Yeah. From everything that I've read.
I feel like I was going to have to order them.
No, that was for the door bags, the modular door bags.
Yep, right here. Yeah,
you were supposed to have them.
Storage bag. Yeah, it sounds like it's just a thing where they need to contact Ford and be like, hey, this wasn't shipped.
Yeah.
And
or contact Ford customer service. Yeah. I mean, see what they have to say about it.
Yeah, but it does say it's standard there.
Yeah.
What was another company you wanted me to look up?
Seeker Bronco said Havoc sliders.
Havoc Offroad. There we go. Let's see. 21 Ford Bronco shop now. All right. So these are still a couple things. They don't look bad. But rock sliders, I like to be frame mounted. I want to know if I'm taking a hit. Like I said earlier in the show, I've pivoted Kelly's Bronco or her old Xterra against a rock on these sliders and literally pivoted it off these things. And I never worried at all. These are body mounted, which Ford and Jeep say that they can take abuse. I don't know, man. A lot of the body panels now are getting to be aluminum. I'm just a little iffy
Well,
on
and we
it.
just saw caved in doors this weekend from a Bronco.
Yeah.
I mean, he did way more to it, but I'm saying obviously it's capable to be caved in. So
yes,
I would much rather frame.
Yes, but I do like the kickouts on them. These steps, these infab, these things. If you're really out there on the
They're
trails,
gonna catch on everything.
yeah, you're gonna catch on everything and just bend them up. I forget. I think Tim Overlanding for Fun. I forget who he used for his sliders. But yeah, they're not bad. Price wise, those aren't bad prices. But I'm big on DOM metal too. I want strong.
Bronco 78 said, "Is anyone selling frame mounted sliders yet?" I know that Lifestyle Offroad was working on them.
Well, they had a set, but the feedback they were getting, people wanted a little bit of adjustment.
So they're still working on them.
They're still working on
but
them.
their plan was frame mount.
And yes, and I want to go over to my
If you can type.
All right, so new Bronco. All right, so this is our buddies. Like I said, I've used a lot of their product. I just haven't used their Bronco product. This is the company I love dealing with. They do these nice kickouts in the back of this thing, which is come in handy when you're getting near trees, especially if you have glass windows. It just keeps stuff away. But other than that, let's see, does it say how it's mounted?
That's what I'm looking for.
Mounts to the frame right here. Mounts to the frame. So and no drilling required. And the Xterra ones required one drill.
Yes, we did.
So
and we didn't even drill the one.
Yes. And yeah, because it wasn't needed. It was overkill. But I'm gonna have to talk to our buddies over there, see if we can product test some for them. Goofy. I hate these interactive websites.
Scroll up. There you go.
No, but it's just but I've used this guy's stuff in the past on multiple vehicles. That's not a bad price. There will be shipping.
Yeah.
Shipping's
a bear.
$150 probably. But he always ships well. And yes, so there is a frame mounted rock slider, which I'm gonna have to hit up old John.
Yeah.
Say, John, come on, dude. You know we love you. All right. What else we got going on? We got time for a few more. My voice is about to leave me, so
Mark King says going with Icon for the 3-inch lift.
Oh man, Icon. You want the best.
And Overlanding. Well, before you go, that Overlanding for Fun said Z Roads is
Zero. Yeah, that's right. All right. So here's Z Roads, who I know Tim with Overlanding for Fun's a big
wrong F11.
Well, I'll try it. Big on these guys. They do a little bit of everything.
He said he's become a fanboy.
Yeah. So definitely pretty heavy duty looking. I know they're still body mounted. Their roof racks look really cool. Definitely, if you got a hard top and you're wanting to put a 10 on
RTT.
There, man, yes. I'm not big on what Ford's got for their rack system for a lot of weight. Let's see. Yeah, I know the light mounts. I think Tim's like, if you want to see a banner, a halo truck for them, look at Tim's truck at Overlanding for Fun. I think Tim, you got a little bit of everything they do. A lot of light mounts. Tim, I want to say they also have that roof light mount because you have something. I don't know if it came from these guys or not. Everything I've seen of these guys is a very quality product. I haven't used any of their product yet. I've thought about buying a couple things, but
I'll be curious to know the weight. the weight support on the accessory mount? Do we know?
Let's see.
Is there anything from Ford that says that? I mean,
Oh, on Ford, 150 pounds or something like that.
so how is that going to be distributed if you've got a hard top or if you've got that on there and then you're putting an RTT on there?
And those are good questions that I can't answer at the
No, I
moment.
know you can't answer. I'm just it's food for thought.
Right. Let's see.
Stephen Rapp says, do you have a battery tender set up on your vehicle plug-in type any or always connected to extend when they go to the garage hook in?
No. Kelly Daly's the Bronco,
Mm-hmm.
and even our Jeep, which doesn't get drove, but maybe every couple weeks right now, I never worry about the batteries in them.
Let's see. Oh, you were gonna go. Where were you going?
Icon.
Icon.
All right. Now, quality costs money, and they know how to take your money. Icon Vehicle Dynamics. I used to know a guy used to work for these guys, and I did a press tour with him, which was weird. Nissan invited him to come out because I think Nissan was trying to use some Icon stuff. They were greasing the wheels, is what they were doing. But I mean, it's just a spacer lift, $419. We've seen them everywhere else, a lot cheaper than that. I don't know exactly what goes into they're mounting that, but let's see. Let me go because they're going to require this.
Overlining for Fun says need one more sub. Hook a brother up.
One more sub. All right, now here's where this is where you get into the big boy money. But you're also you're getting, this is heavy duty use, but you're getting what you pay for with this. Now you're getting complete new coils. Coils are expensive. These are reservoir coils. So if you're doing a lot of desert running, stuff like that, where the coils are being bounced a lot, it helps keep them cool. So there's no fade in anything. So when you stop, it's not, the oils in it aren't hot. Their upper control arms are probably the best in the industry. It's just,
holy bejesus, yes, they're massive.
It's just a nice product. But the problem is that's a used car.
Yeah. Well, not in this day and age.
Well, it was a used car.
That's braces.
Yes. But looks, I'm assuming those are 37s. Looks great. A lot of function there. But this is probably the best in the business. And like I said, you kind of get what you pay for with this stuff. And if you have the budget, go for it. But even their basic, their coils with just a kind of a wimpier upper control arm, you're still looking at $4,300. No, see how it says non-Sasquatch lift? I'm telling you, be sure to, when you're ordering any of these companies, pay attention to this stuff. Now look, yeah, you're getting $8,000.
Holy words.
Yes, $10,000. Here you go. There's a good way to spend $10,000 on just a lift.
Oh my god.
Just a lift, basically. So this is a 3 to 4 inch lift. You're getting high performance coils. You're getting the rear I forget what they call those bars. That's for these. But you're fixing some of the linking problems of these things. Let's see what I'm trying to figure out what that.
Yeah, holy crap. Big bites are right.
Yes. So recommended. Of course, they're going to recommend their wheels, which is hilarious. Look, that's not even for 37s. 37s require the bump stop spacer along with trimming and modifications. Yeah, no, this.
Let's
but
just go away from the car.
I know, but somebody was asking, and this is definitely, I don't know what that is, a computer programmer of some sort you plug in. You got to pay to play, and
I don't want to play that.
There's your rear track bar adjustment. Like, no, I told you it was a good one to. That's a good one to wind down on right there, because let's see, do they have anything else? Can we spend any more money? But this is the my box.
The most expensive stuff is on the top.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Like, that's their sales point.
Here, you can get these little things here at the bottom
Yeah.
if you stick with us to roll to the bottom.
They better include a damn sticker. Oh man.
Stephen Rapp says double hold crap. How
Yeah.
much is install?
Oh yeah, well that's if you're gonna have somebody install that for you. You're probably looking at another $1,500.
Overlanding for Fun says I bet someone has a coupon code.
Yeah. Bend over. Bend over 22.
Sandbergo says this may be an unpopular question. Any info on AccuAir suspension? Can it be used off-road or strictly street? Haven't seen anything on it since SEMA was announced.
Yeah, I don't know anything about their stuff right now. I mean, I've seen it move up and down, but I would be a little. I think they're using airbags. I would be a little iffy on off road with airbags
because we know people that have run airbags in their Xteras and
yeah,
them.
Yeah.
Couple.
We got a couple minutes left. And thank you for everybody's hung in tonight, man. Y'all came through more than I thought everybody would tonight.
You should close your chat or close your.
Oh yeah, the poll. Maybe.
Yeah, you had the option.
Oh, there it is. Sorry, we've moved things around in here, and it's kind of.
Would you modify or will you modify your Bronco? Oh yes, is 64%. Meh, maybe says 20%. Nah, stock rocks 15% out of 95.
I think overwhelmingly the Bronco has been made to
be modified.
Yeah, I think Ford came out and said that the average customer is spending $1,500 with them on extra parts.
So what now?
I think it came out today where Ford was saying that the average customer is spending an extra $1,500 at Ford Performance for extra parts for their Broncos, which is pretty crazy, man. I mean, we got
door bags. We got door bags.
Yeah.
We got the rain poncho thingy doer for it. So
the rain poncho
what have we spent? So what have we spent? About 500 equivalent.
Yeah.
I mean, we used points.
The door bags front were $250, rears were $250, something like that.
So 500, so $1,000.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah,
we have the rain poncho, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, doer thingy, and came in pretty handy. It's kind of nice to keep the top down because it is, even with the soft top with the doors and everything off, kind of a pain in the ass. So it was kind of nice to be able to throw that over there,
especially when I was like, rain's coming, and I was like, shit.
Right. Yes. Let's see. Dave, what would be your list of needed upgrades to a Badlands Sasquatch to do for Windrock type wheeling? Nothing.
We could wheel it as is.
Yeah. Rock sliders minimum for some of the stuff we've played around at Windrock. I mean, we have rock sliders, the bare minimum rock sliders.
The OEMs.
Like you've seen with the white knuckles, I like keep things away from my doors. I've seen enough people ripping their door handles off on these things. So at minimum that, I think even at that, you can take it out. There's lots of places to have fun. And let me know when you want to go to Windrock. We'll definitely go.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
That's right.
Stephen Rapp says, when is the next event you guys are going to for sure would like to see? I assume see
you slapping our audience there?
Yeah. Smack.
We have a little gnat that stays around here. What was that question again, Kelly? What event are we going to next? Probably, I mean, Bronco related, probably be Supercell East
in the spring. Yeah, because the rest is press. It
will be in Dallas next month.
Yeah, we'll be in Dallas for a press event next month, and then we will be in
Expo East, maybe Expo East in October.
Maybe Expo East in October. That'll be a quick over and back.
Yeah.
And then Chicago Auto Show will be press,
which we promised to do a dinner with people in Chicago.
Yeah, meet up with some folks. Hopefully we can do that this year. And then
now that the coof's gone, we can actually Chicago maybe you'll have a normal.
Yeah, and then Supercell.
Yep.
So yeah,
and
so that'll be our
might
year.
Be fun to drive up to Chicago.
No.
Okay, it wouldn't be fun, Kelly says.
Not in February.
She wants to take the danger train.
Not in February, it's not. You have to worry about parking and everything else in February.
That's true.
In Chicago.
Yeah. Hey, deep dip pizza.
Do what?
Some deep dip pizza.
Just stop talking about it. We can't have it.
I know.
We do need to go to that place in Nashville, the 312 pizza place.
Okay.
It's deep dish Chicago pizza.
Are you freaking kidding me?
I told you.
Are you freaking kidding me?
I told you.
You come to me with the pizza pie, and you're just now telling me this.
I told you there's a deep dish pizza place in Nashville called 312.
Oh man. Yeah, we usually stay at where we stay at in Chicago.
McCormick Center.
Well, whatever the hotel is right next to it.
Yeah. So, well, it just depends on which hotel has the best deal that's attached to the McCormick Center.
That's the safest area to be in.
Yes. Usually it's either the Marriott or the Hampton Inn. There's like 3 hotels in one building there. So it's one of those hotels typically. Yeah.
So probably Bronco related will be the Supercell East.
Mm-hmm.
We plan on having a booth there again. Hopefully a better booth that doesn't like bend up when the wind comes through. And definitely,
yeah, but I'm not ready to spend $800 for a tent.
That is true. We need your help.
Oh, sure. You said you weren't going to ask for any more help.
No, I'm playing.
No.
But then Bronco, the invasion in East Tennessee at the end of the year in
in August.
So we'll do that one as well.
Now they're starting to get
pizza
competition.
Andy, we had some Detroit style pizza when we were up there.
We did actually, and I really liked it. Our daughter was like, "This is not good."
I thought it was great.
I thought it was really good too. The beer batter.
Our daughter, if it's not Papa John's or Domino's thin crust, forget it.
Yeah,
she's not experimenting.
She should have just eaten more salad, I guess.
That's right. So whether it be 2-wheel drive,
4-wheel drive,
you know the drill. It does not matter what you drove. Well, today it does.
It's Bronco.
We're talking Broncos here on the channel, and we are out. Peace, everybody. Thank y'all so much, and we will see y'all Thursday for the happy hour. Peace.
See ya.